back. Oh, nope, it counted it as the same session.
What?
I
When you tried to halt your stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it detects that. It marks it up in like some weird shack or thing. It basically just gives you more shit you have to go clean up after your stream's over.
Oh, darn. Looks like, yeah, I guess I'll just download all of it and split it myself into chapters. Though I'd rather not. But I don't want to have it go on to where I have a single video on YouTube that exceeds 2 hours.
2 hours? That's a long time.
Mm-hmm. Even though it's restreams, but better not to leave a full anything longer than 2 hours at a time up on the YouTube, if I can avoid it.
Yeah.
But we got stuff to do in the organized screen, such as detailed naming. So first off, in Tim's units, we got a name DD. And we got another fighter that's sitting in Tim's unit. Based on the absence of Tim, anyone have any particular name suggestions for this individual?
What's his class?
He's the fighter. It's melee. It's generic melee starting class.
Olga.
Book.
I get. We have room for a book. I'll put this fighter over here as book for the book absent Booker.
Well, that was fucking quick.
Yeah, some men do suffer from swift wind syndrome.
Oh, shut up.
You missed a good joke from earlier. No.
Yeah, Tom, shut up.
You tell him. Yeah. Kick his
I
ass.
definitely wasn't part of that joke.
Zach, how do you work with these guys?
I don't know. It's a struggle some days.
Some days.
I don't see how they haven't gotten fired yet.
They can't afford to fire us. We're just
That's quite true. Oh, there we go, heavy.
Has anyone played Fly or Die? IO.
Fly or die. Dot.
Is that a skydiving simulator?
No, I haven't.
Doesn't know.
I might have to look into it.
What's it about?
No, flyordie.io. Huh. Looks like a very... Looks like a fairly simple-ish game. I don't know. I'll bookmark that to look at later.
Simply.
You kind of,
Like-
it's kind of like, it kind of almost reminds me of like the same vein as Happy Wheels.
Happy Wheels.
Just a little bit different. Um, but he doesn't have the skills, so he's leaning towards strength and dex. I'm gonna change this guy over to. I think I'm gonna. What type of business do you all work at? I am unfortunately in manufacturing at the moment.
You're in transition. Everybody else here works in video games, fortunately.
Unfortunately.
And retail. Unfortunately.
But they all work at.
At least retail's stable.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah, they all
more
work
stable
at
than us.
Deck 9. The group that made Life is Strange Before the Storm.
We did get that. Except for one of us here who was not
Yep.
with the company then.
Though,
Yeah, I'm lucky.
I actually on the YouTube have the first part of the playthrough of me trying to go through it with, asking questions of them.
Someday.
Someday I'll go back to doing the other chapters, but it's still not really my type of game that much. But I do intend to eventually make it through it.
Someday. In the distant, you enjoy story-driven narrative games with amazing arcs. Thank you, Seattle. We are.
What do you do?
Yeah.
Give it a
You
sec.
have to work tomorrow, Stelia?
I do, but I don't have to go in until 9. We only got 4.5 hours of shipment, so they cut everybody and then pushed me back. So I'll just go in and do it, knock it out in like 4 hours. So
I hate the layout of this unit,
I'll have
but
to get up at 5.
I don't really have any other options for what to do with this unit right now. At least until I get. So,
He's an electrical engineer.
Ooh.
Doesn't live in
Ooh,
Seattle,
cool.
but he'd like to move there someday. Oh, EEing is fun.
My stepbrother used to live in Seattle. Interesting place.
lots of rain.
Lots of rain, but also really pretty.
West Coast isn't worth. Tell it to.
But
Yeah, he is a lot
West
of
Coast
fun.
bump.
interesting
of
thing about
things.
Seattle, my stepbrother said like they had to carry backpacks around just because of like the active volcano nearby or something because of the fault line. something like that.
They basically carry an emergency evacuation bug out
Yeah.
bag.
He is in New Mexico.
New Mexico.
I have
What about
family
the
in
old
Mexico.
Mexico?
But part of New Mexico.
Let's see. I feel like there's something I could do better with my units here. I just can't figure it out. And my key thing is I have, even though I've gotten away from having the generic soldiers, I haven't gotten beyond the sort of tier 2 fighters and Amazons. And until I get past those tier 2 fighters and Amazons, I can't form more units than the 5 I have here. Which,
You really complain about having Amazons in your party?
well, hopefully I'll be getting a unit that has Valkyries by default in it, and I could just take... Well, no, I don't have enough Amazons. That's what I'm complaining about. Which, luckily, I'll be getting a unit that'll have Valkyries in it, and I should be able to split some of those Valkyries out, because they can independently...
Oh, cool. Yeah. My uncle and aunt, they live in Albuquerque.
Alba.
Neat.
Go wrong turn there one.
I'm just gonna have to tolerate this bad comp for now.
Canada's really nice. I've never been to Mexico either.
We have a lot of Canadians at our workplace. Everybody says that Canada's really nice, but they disagree. They have
Okay, at least we
interpretation
pronounce
that
words
Canada-
correctly.
They do pronounce words like tomorrow correctly.
Stop. Going to
don't know.
start talking like your family.
I don't know what's wrong with you, Tom. We pronounce things right.
Many
Just gonna start saying,
things.
don't
And I'm
you
not
know?
even
I
from
pronounce
there.
things left. Oh, don't you know? Everything's just fine and dandy out in the Minnesotas.
Lovely weather in Albuquerque. Let me just make this. Oh, not what
Yeah,
I do.
it's we're in Colorado and it's currently snowy.
Turn on
It's
battle
beautiful.
animations to make this training faster.
It's icy.
Game is so much faster with battle animations off, but it's less shiny.
Jax, what are you doing? Look at him.
I don't know. Maybe I'll give in and turn battle animations off until we have enough followers. Just kidding.
Gotta hold them, everybody hostage.
Yeah, they don't get fancy animations.
Since I'm hosting, you should just be like, follow Secret 101 instead.
Or just like, nah, you know, like...
Oh,
Totally.
you're wrecked. The battle begins.
Hey, we are hosting each other, so as much as we give each other BS...
You guys just gotta get on Twitter and get your Twitter dynamic down, like Grande and Dolan Dark. Like that's a good Twitter back. Get that set up and be good to go.
Yeah, Colorado's great.
Yeah, it's beautiful most of the year. Like it never rains here.
Except
is
for
a
this
rare
morning when I had
occurrence.
to go to work at 6 a.m. Then it rained.
Yeah, of course.
But the first time in like 5 months, so, you know.
I'm hoping to get enough... Oh, he's going to a soccer tournament.
Play soccer? What position does she play?
Unfortunately, I'm just doing boring training now, so... I'm trying to get enough stats in any of these characters to make another unit just so I can solve... Or if I get enough agility and dex growth on Tim, I can change him into an archer. And just drop him to backline.
Yeah, soccer's an interesting sport. I played mid and defense growing up. like very similar to football, but also like the complete opposite of football. I feel like.
Nope, not enough stat growth yet. Here, since Celia likes Naruto, I'm gonna make her fighters into ninjas.
Oh, hi,
Hello,
Booker.
book.
What's everyone up to?
Jacob's streaming, and we're watching him stream.
Oh, cool. Oh, Tom, that link you sent, I really like that video.
Which Tom?
World's worst video con. Let's build.
Oh yes, I talked to Zach about that. I don't know if Zach watched it, but I sent it to him as well.
It's honestly pretty fascinating.
Swimming.
I used
That
to
would
do
be
that.
Jacob's
Then I got
thing.
fat.
I don't swim.
Jake also swims.
Oh, and the military, but also fat.
Wait, what?
You used to swim.
I remember when Jacob was ripped. Look, it's fine.
I'm sure you still swim, man.
Well, it's much easier now. He floats better.
Okay.
Hey, he's just being accurate. I don't know what's wrong with you, Booker.
I defend it.
Yeah,
I'm by
defend
nature,
everyone.
Like, defend it. Well,
You
except
Hitler?
bad
Are
people.
you a Hitler apologist?
No.
And I bet Booker's not even looking at the stream yet.
Apologize to Hitler right now, Booker.
Some types of people I defend, and some types of people I want to kill instantly and get away with it.
Like,
You know, you probably should not talk about murdering.
Yeah, not like announce that on stream.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we're obviously just talking about like stuff, jokes and stuff here.
Yes,
Yes.
obviously.
You're gonna confuse
yes, obviously.
It
Thank you.
happens when you get older sometimes.
You guys are not helping any potential FBI agents watching. To the FBI, to my FBI agent watching it. I
Your
want-
specific FBI agent.
Well, you know that meme where it's like, oh, you know, my FBI agent when blah blah blah. So I just.
I don't know that.
I don't know that meme either. We're pretty good at memes, Booker. Explain the meme and write it for us.
I will share it with you. But anyways. I
Oh,
just
Tom, why
wanna
don't you tell your Reddit joke again?
Wait, shut the fuck up.
Tell the Reddit joke.
Oh, I've got a Reddit joke.
Wait,
Poor
I
Booker.
just want to give a shout out to my FBI agent out there. Keep it real. Be sure to drink water and get your rest. And eat healthy.
Get your rest, unlike me, who has watched Hentai Foundry for 6 straight hours.
Wait, what?
Okay, so
When did you have time to do this?
It was at work. It was super awkward.
Oh yes.
I'm having to stack the pistons
Oh, no.
3 high now.
The cold Cancerian warrior is here, and he says it's a private
Must
party.
be a
Look,
private party. No, everybody's invited to this private party.
please don't. There are certain people who are not invited to this party. Kobe Bryant's one of them.
Oh.
Hey.
I like Kobe Bryant.
And
what I was gonna
somebody's
say
got to
is-
keep the edge sharp here, so that we can have something to cringe at later.
The
Watch
joke
the
is-
stream highlight.
The joke I was gonna make is now no
Stream
longer
highlights,
relevant,
that would
but
require
I-
effort on my part.
This is his stream, Booker.
Oh,
Yeah, Booker.
well, okay, sorry.
Not interested in any
It's just-
event.
My joke is now multiple minutes old and I don't get to make it still.
Try,
Oh,
here, try
I've got a
again in
joke,
3 minutes.
You just have to talk faster.
Jacob, can I talk on your stream to tell my joke without interruptions? Do you give me that?
Only if you like and subscribe.
I am like to subscribe. I was saying
Yes, a private
Is-
party.
no, shut up.
I understand.
Ask.
The 6 hours on Hentai Foundry, I was gonna say you mean 6 days, and then I was saying that the piss jugs I'm having to stack up 3 high now, and I'm not sure if they'll stay upright.
I don't know if you want to be a part of this party.
That's my joke. You can keep watching the stream. I'm not gonna make any more like that.
I'm
Just-
so-
I wanted to
I'm so
have
proud
my
of you,
day-
Booker.
I wanted to have my day in the sun. Or
Your piss jugs are starting to get a little full. What you're
Hello,
saying?
cold Cancerian. How are you?
Booker, do I have your permission to tell my joke? Yeah.
oh, I mean, it's not my stream.
Tell the
Yeah,
joke.
but
I'm
still wanna-
hosting. I'm allowed to say, tell the joke.
Okay. Yeah, let's hear the joke. I missed. Wait.
Which
To the people in the chat, can you repeat what you typed before? I missed it. I just got on. I wanted
Random female voice. I've been party to many disturbing parties such as these. And
Oh,
this
that's-
is mild by my standards.
Yeah, this is a pretty mild
That's
night.
Secret.
To,
That's Secret 101. She has a Twitch channel as well.
Yes.
Yes, I'm hosting.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's
okay.
Maybe
Who the
random
fuck's-
female
okay,
voice.
No way.
Who the fuck's
No.
stream am I supposed to be watching right now? Because I'm on Jacob's channel. Who else am I supposed to be on? Am I
No
supposed to be
No one.
Also-
I'm hosting, so people
What does that
go
mean?
to my channel. I'm showing Jacob's stream.
I don't actually know what hosting really
Actively?
means.
Hello.
So it's
Alright.
being simulcast basically on both of your channels.
There we go.
And yes, TCCW, it is sort of. I mean, sort of. We all kind of just get on during the evenings,
Yeah, it's usually a nightly thing.
Talk.
Like,
and then I disrupt things, and people are like, "Booker," and then the sitcom music plays, and then we come back next week and do it again.
except by next week, you mean like the next night.
Next day. I mean, some days feel like weeks, you know.
You can call me warrior. Cool.
Okay.
Oh, call him Warrior?
That
Okay.
doesn't sound better than TCCW.
I can call him Warrior.
I don't. Okay.
Oh, don't name him. Okay.
Oh, don't name him. Cold Cancer. Just keep it. Hold on. Instead of cancel, let's just name it Sagittarius.
Too late.
Don't, wait, don't name you in the game? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Don't name
He
you
look.
online?
He didn't want to be named in the game, but he made the mistake of showing up.
Oh. I don't know your name in real life, so I can't name you. So,
Drama.
Does he mean in the game?
He means in the game.
Wait, name
No,
it.
no. He means in real life.
Naneel. Nameless? What's nameless?
Everyone's new here. It's okay.
Yeah, everybody's new here. You're allowed to be named. We won't blame you. If your
That's
character
fine.
dies, then we'll just laugh and then probably tell a good joke about it.
Okay.
And you probably won't even be here because nobody comes back to this stream. It's a shit show.
I don't
So
even.
mean.
I don't
It's
even,
true. You have to accept it so that you can grow past it.
I don't even like being named in real life. There's only 7 people watching now. There have been 10.
You don't even like being named in real. Okay, hold on. This coming from the person who's literally used. Why don't you type in chat for us?
No.
Uh-huh. Your boundary.
So do you dishonor yourself when you write your own name down on paper?
He does.
Don't worry. I made sure
I
not.
want to fully explore this. And then it's like, okay, 6 people are watching a stream now.
And then all of a sudden, nothing happened.
All
Yeah.
of a sudden, everyone left because Booker joined.
But don't worry. I
Oh.
made sure not to
Just
name
like
you called
real life.
Cancerian Warrior.
It's Warrior. It's just Warrior. I have a new friend request too from. Oh, T Punisher.
Oh, that was like a week ago.
Yay, T
Am I
Punisher.
One
still-
sec.
I should fix it. I can't be bothered. I don't need to have a consistent username. I'm not a streamer.
Oh, look, it refreshed all the chat.
So, Booker, there's this fun functionality on your mouse called a wheel. It can also be called a mouse click, but if you click it, it opens the window in a new tab so that you can do stuff. Oh, every voices night is going well, except for Zach's, but sometimes playing Gambit.
What?
We love you, Zach.
Is your night going well? Are you playing Destiny matchmaking?
No, I'm playing Orbit Patrol.
Okay.
Oh, my night's going well. I'd like to chat about it briefly. Just briefly.
Yes,
Synopsis.
Booker's voice is
They ramble.
probably putting viewers to sleep. Oh!
Actually, a bunch of people have told me they have a really relaxing voice. They might be lying. They probably, but it makes them feel like going to sleep themselves. And so,
Booker.
Did anyone fall asleep in your defense?
I kind of wish they had, looking back on it, because it was a shit show a little bit, and I'm embarrassed that I even shared that thing.
Booker, we love you. It's
No, I
fine.
mean, I looked over it with fresh eyes, and I was like biting like my actual knuckles half through, because I was like, oh my god.
It
No.
is calming.
Oh,
Booker
anyways,
does have a very calming voice.
thank you. That's the closest thing to a compliment anyone's ever given me. Anyway, I tried a new menu item at Taco Bell, and for those who don't know,
Not
I'm a big expert on Taco Bell menu items. Anyways, I can't remember what it's called, but it has buffalo sauce in it. You'll see it on the board. Anyways, it's really good.
Okay.
That's all.
was your day that exciting or that boring that Taco Bell was the high point?
No, his
Oh
day
my
was
God.
that exciting. Taco
No.
Bell is the high point.
I did a lot of cool stuff today. I just really like Taco Bell.
He
I
just has a
read-
minor problem.
I read some of this book, and I worked on the machine learning competition. And I watched Lost with Trudy. We watched The Constant and a few other episodes. Really liked it.
How is the Ben?
Ben and Trudy are good. Ben thought he was sick briefly, and now he's not sick. I mean, he was probably never sick. It was probably just he stayed up till like sun time. And that's actually, yeah, that's a good question. You can name it Booker if you want. Oh,
No, book's already over here. And then also for Sleepy Book, there's Mr. Sand Book over here, even though it's a female Amazon.
Oh, cool.
We
Hey,
have
that's
both
fine with
now
me.
in
I'm
curve.
We also have Taco Bell back here.
Jake, you've got a question.
Yeah,
Oh.
Warrior asks, what prompted you to play such an underrated yet gem of a game?
Well,
He and I have played
Exact-
this game long into the ancient history.
Oh, and thank you, Seattle.
but also, yeah, just having played it quite a while before, I have wanted to kind of go back to it and play through it again, and figured, why not stream it? I tried playing through with Booker, but
Mhm.
due to unfortunate circumstances, lost that save. So,
Oh yeah, when you deleted.
Totally by accident.
but now I don't have to worry about necessarily like having to start over. I've beaten it once, but it was a really long one. Oh, where's DD? DD is a wizard right here.
Sweet.
He managed to get the stat growth to become a wizard, so he got his own unit now. So now there's the DD unit. Or would you like it to be full DD Seattle?
Nah, just DD. That's perfect. Because then, if Seattle never comes back, we'll call him Diamond Dog. It's perfect.
I'm gonna
The
run it by.
ultimate solution.
I'm gonna run it by making a Diamond Dog character.
Damn it.
Recursive.
You can't make that.
Recursive, were you in the Discord over the weekend when I was talking about the overclocking I did?
I was not. Please
Oh,
tell
your
me it from
Copper Cup experiment? Oh, start from the start.
I did the dry ice and acetone cooling method for my processor. I found a copper cup for $5 at Myers, pure solid copper, perfectly smooth. I just used that, and I put in the dry
So-
ice and acetone in there.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm. It's cheaper.
Do you
than-
want to like cool it for one program to run?
SLE, what is that?
Like, what? Don't those materials?
Don't they get used up?
You're dropping out, Tom. You gotta hold down your push to talk.
I do hold it down. it's Celia's new mic that's the problem.
Ah, yes.
Oh, it's so sensitive it hears you from your house.
Celia, what do you want your 2 ninjas to be named?
Oh, warrior, what is SLE?
Sasuke. Or, no, not Sasuke. Sausage.
Sausage and burrito.
And burrito, yeah.
Where's the
Perfect Naruto characters.
Now I'm confused. Anyways, the short version is it was dry ice acetone in the copper cup. It gets down to, well, in my case, it got down to about negative 85 Celsius or negative, I think, like 120 Fahrenheit, which is pretty good. It's not liquid nitrogen cold, but it's a lot cheaper than liquid nitrogen. And so I was able to get a stable clock of
Secrets of Evermore. Have you? Oh, I think I've heard of that. I
yeah,
might
Jacob knows a ton of games.
go back to honestly more classic games as I go through. This is kind of starting into it because it's a niche classic
Secret
game that
plays
I
all the
enjoy.
normie games.
I
Magnus can play all the fun, weird games.
mean, I do have Bloodstained and Before the Storm playthroughs that are going through as well.
It's
But having a good
after the
variety to
storm,
my
before the
channel.
revenge.
I mean, already I was that one other thing I streamed Done Greed before anyone really bothered to.
Okay.
Good night, Seattle.
We'll
Night,
be
Ode.
here probably. Night,
Good luck getting up in 4 hours.
yeah. Have fun with that. Believe in you.
Thanks for the follow.
Oh, not a fun.
Oh yes, I got to
Go.
5.5
Dunk.
gigahertz. The issue was, it was so cold that the thermal paste froze, and then it wouldn't make good contact with the processor anymore, so I had to stop.
No diamond dog, please.
But it had been at 5.5 gigahertz.
No diamond dog, please.
Oh, no Diamond
Aw.
Dog. So we gotta rename Diamond Dog.
I'm gonna try it again. when I
We
get-
gotta
when I get thermal paste
keep our
freeze.
faith in Seattle that he'll come back and continue to watch your playthrough.
It says he followed, or she, or whatever. Seattle, we don't know anything more than Seattle.
The human unit has followed.
Might be a really, really intelligent bot.
Nice.
Shut the hell up, Poker.
Good job.
I mean, you did say at the very beginning they're all bots, so
Oh,
Yeah, he did.
the prophecies fulfilled.
why
Turd.
Dodix swims so fast?
Doe
Are you
dicks?
streaming?
I don't know.
Celia, are you streaming too?
I'm not streaming. I'm
She's just hosting.
Hosting.
People are missing out on vital arc time for her, but it's a real shame that she's not gonna get the credit.
Yeah, I'm just hitting rocks. It's fine. I'm not doing anything.
We get our Valkyrie unit character.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought the Karapika had walked into the room.
That is Karapika.
It's a girl.
It's Karapika.
I'm not changing the name. It's one of those ones where you don't mess with the name.
Oh, you're not gonna change the name of Leia, your sister?
Well, you actually, I don't think you can change her name.
A sister. So you have
There is another.
another what? Another what? You green bastard. Tell me what?
Yes, we did try to fight Dio because that was what the decision of the Discord was.
You had to approach him in order to fight him. You fool. The hell for it?
I'm letting whoever happens to be looking at the game at the time be the key deciders on. Oh, blue. What we gonna name the group? Yeah, I know.
What is Dio short for?
Diomedes.
Diabolos.
That's a long name.
Diagonal.
So let's
What
see.
is that? What is that, Tom?
So we
Oh,
gotta
Tom.
name our nightly order.
What is that noise?
Is it
Somebody's
somebody's
got
smoke
their
detector?
fucking. Yeah, somebody's smoke detector's just going off.
It's mine. I think it is. Oh well.
Are you okay?
Oh, cool.
No.
Diomedes.
Slowly dying.
So we gotta have a choice. What
Hey,
are we gonna?
all.
What are we gonna name
What
our
do you
night
need?
group?
Here's what you really need.
Oh, day.
No. Jedi Knights.
Seattle Knights.
Hot timber.
Actually, it would be hilarious to have him come back to that.
What people need
How
is
about
a
the
reverse
skedaddle
smoke
Knights?
detector where it beeps all the time except for when there's smoke.
That's
Somebody
called
would buy it.
when the battery is out.
And we're gonna make sure it's nights.
I'm headed out.
Oh, good night.
Maybe we'll see you tomorrow.
Tom, sleep well.
I hope not, Zach. I hope
Yeah,
it's
I hope
canceled.
not. Yep.
I
Oh,
wish
work?
my work could be canceled.
You work for
Or
a
it could
corporate
totally
entity.
be
They don't care
canceled.
about your interests.
Yeah.
Every time it's been canceled, I have not been
I got
affected. I
4.
still had to go in,
You could
So,
you
are
could
guys
get there, then
expecting
they
snow?
send you home.
except
Okay,
for
It's
Hazard.
snowing right now.
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't
There we
know.
go. It's gonna be the Seattle crew. Because that's the only thing that character limit would let me use.
How about saddle? Saddle crew, like cowboys.
Well, it's for DD Seattle, so he could be confused next time he comes in and
I
finds
see.
that the night group is the Seattle crew.
That makes a lot of sense.
Listen, they're not even. He doesn't even live in Seattle. What are you doing? You guys are nuts.
We don't know.
yeah, we do.
He literally said it.
Oh.
One moved to Seattle.
Okay, well, I wasn't here. Yeah, I understand that.
Right?
It's like, give me those hours. Give me.
Well, it kind of sucks. I was working through a temp agency at my current job, and for holiday we had 2 days off around New Year's and 2 days off around Christmas. And because I was still through the temp agency, I didn't get paid for either of those required days off.
It's always nice to have the days off, and then you get your paycheck, and you're just like, wow, I hate everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everything what when you get the paycheck?
Because you don't get any money because you didn't work.
Oh,
That's how I feel like my next paycheck's gonna be, since I only worked 1 day, since I had 1 shift cut, and I only had 2 shifts a week.
I can't wait to have a real grown-up job again.
I'm actually gonna possibly
I see.
be.
I see frame drop. Never mind.
Listen,
There's so much frame drop in this game. You don't.
my internet connection's not amazing. I'm actually looking at it, and I can see the bit rates bouncing a little bit.
Oh, that's normal. The bit rate. It's just very excited that you're home. Stop.
What?
Push to talk.
Change your battery.
Man, I don't have any batteries for it.
Well, then
Walmart's open.
unplug it.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Celia. I'll just walk to Target.
My idea is more advanced.
sorry,
Well,
Zach.
plug it.
Yeah, unplug.
Unplug it from what?
Well,
I mean, they have a way to unplug it.
yeah, if you just unscrew it, the alarm will.
Right. All you have to do is
Oh, goodbye.
Zach.
Zach has unplugged it.
he's like, all right, motherfuckers, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna fix you. have a smoke detector in Skyrim if you could like power it with like a soul gem or something.
Oh wait. You gotta turn the battle animations back on so people can see their fancy animations.
I need to alt tab back to the stream so I can see it.
It's so much
All right, I
slower,
was planning to do
but
battle animations. Ugh, look at those frames. 10 frames per second. Oh. Where did my fucking bird go? Bird.
it seems like my bitrate's stabilized now. I don't know why I was going wonky there for a sec. Gotta kind of lead in with Celia's unit, doing most of the battles as much as I can, at least until I get some more Amazons, so I'm not stuck with a frontline heavy force.
The lively one has left you.
Oh, he'll be back. In
Lively one.
time
Hold on.
and in greater numbers.
We should probably actually,
Yeah, return.
we probably should actually mention names.
Nah.
No.
But Celia, you don't
No,
want
no,
your
I
stream
like it
out
when they
there?
talk to us like we're disembodied voices.
Alright, got it. So, we're just never going to pressure to expand Celia's
No,
stream.
that's stupid.
Oh no.
No, I'm not Celia. I'm secret. It's a secret.
Yeah, take that.
Secret. How many Celia?
And I can be the disembodied voice of a god.
My name, if it helps, my name starts with B and ends with Booker. Booker.
Booker or bitch Booker.
No, see
Yeah,
if
Bitchker.
it's-
D.
Damn it. Please don't. Not so much anymore.
I'm sure that was in response to that irritation.
The irritation? Yes. He gets quite irritated. He gets particularly irritated when I don't feed her.
Yeah, Secret 101, or what is SCRT 101?
No, SECRT.
Do you not know how to spell secret?
Secret.
Do you?
Okay. So I did, but it was taken. So
Yeah, no shit.
whatever.
You can't just be secret, you gotta be secret.
I like my name.
You have a nice name.
Dig deeper. Then I was gonna change it to Neko Neat, but Neko Neat's also taken.
Secret's fine.
And this was all specifically on Neopets of all things.
No! Well, Secret is, but on Twitch too. Because I was gonna change my streamer name to Neko Neat, but it was already taken. It's unique. Unlike having to add numbers and letters afterward in order to
Which you did.
shut up. like 13. Then it kind of stuck. Shit.
But after this game, I might go on to play through Tactics Ogre, the PSP version. I think it's Let Us Cling Together. I already played through the GBA one, and I'm not willing to tolerate that final boss fight again.
Oh,
That's kind of how I feel though. Like, I don't want to have to change my name all the time. And like,
The
if I've had the same username for like 10 years,
welcome back, Zach. I think
But yes, I don't know what the battery in my smoke alarm does. It doesn't stop it beeping.
it powers it.
No, it doesn't.
actually, the main
It continues. It continues.
Is it connected to the roof still?
No,
to
I
the
pulled it
ceiling?
down to that too. It doesn't have a battery. It's not connected to the ceiling. It's still beeping.
You should be able to push. There's an instruction usually on the inside that says to like press in the button until it like chirps 3 times or something like that.
Just hold down the button and choke it out. It can't maintain that capacitor charge forever.
It's in the other room. If you
It's
can't
not-
hear it, then no, I'm good.
It's
Yeah,
not
just put it in the other
capacitive,
room,
it's
or just sit on it and fart really loud. It might set it off, and then it'll run out of battery.
Oh, that's interesting. What did you
Chuck
say?
it out in the cold. Someone else's problem.
Yeah, what did you use to stream, Warrior? I love classic streams.
Give it time for that excellent stream
That's
delay.
fine.
That spicy stream delay of like 7 minutes.
Just
I don't have it set to low latency just because no reason
oh,
to.
you used to play this game. That's kind of cool.
It's a very quality game.
Yeah.
Someday I'll get back into this game.
If you don't have to, you can just lurk in the streams and VODs of this game that I'm playing through.
I mean, I could, but then I don't get to play it on my own. What I need to do is get this emulator working on an Android device so that I can sit there and play it while I'm fucking around or something.
I mean, P64 has a direct download for an Android version on their main page.
Of this game.
Well, for the emulator.
Yeah. I just need to go and get it on my phone and get it working. I used to have one on my phone and working, but like bad programmer, I just let it sit there and decay and then stopped caring about it.
Maybe at some point I should put a GoFundMe out to try to get a capture card.
Why do you need a capture card? You know, the video shadow play.
Yeah, but
OBS.
eventually I should probably actually use the hardware of the
capture card
original
streamless.
consoles.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. I do have a capture card that can capture beautiful RCA in the mod box, so I can capture things like the SNES that doesn't have RCA out.
You've got your Celeron there that can play those games on the native hardware for now, at least until
Mm-hmm.
I have the spare savings to both build up a console collection and get my own capture card.
Well, it begins. I can learn the big boy skills now. Chemistry bench. With every pen.
Dee Dee setting camp. Then Thom's just about to attack.
That's centered.
Give him a weapon.
This
Can't
looks
even tell where you're at, honestly.
very weak enemy unit for getting a cutscene. It's literally just 2 mages and a generic set. Pretty sure, yeah. I needed to stop double checking and just assume that I have it set to attack leader.
Just keep checking. Nobody will mind.
Well, yeah, but if I have it on anonymous, that's the worst setting you could have something on generally. Because attacking leader or attacking weakest means at least you're making progress in clearing their unit. Best thing is if you can take the leader down early and then you just have an unguided unit. Crap. I did.
Warrior says that someone knows tactics. I don't know who it is. Could be you.
Nah.
Sabu.
Oh, Ogre battle tactics.
Battle
Yeah.
tactics.
Or just using the tactics in game. Yeah, that's me.
I prefer JoJo battle tactics.
Jacob or Magnus or the one actually playing things here in that Trojan Gaming.
The one actually playing things, not me.
Well, visibly playing things. You could say you're playing Ark, but there's no visual proof right now.
There
I
can.
could switch that. I could stop posting.
Yeah, she is playing Ark.
Yeah, but then you're also gonna have we're all gonna have a very confusing thing as you're talking about your stream and I'm talking about mine. Just
That'll be
excellent
beautiful.
contradiction.
It's called the fusion dance.
Yes.
Very quiet. It's so awkward.
Smokey.
Zach, tell me about your suffering.
I mean, I'm not really suffering right now.
Tell us
No.
about
I
it.
can't say I could talk about my suffering at work, so
That is true.
Just spam NDA to everybody in the chat.
Uh-huh.
That's how
That's
that
how
works,
this
right?
works. Yeah. You poor man. You suffer infinitely. Oh no, kill the guy with the skull on his face. Yeah, beat his ass.
Actually.
fight it out.
Yeah. It's like hugging it out, but with more violence. I found a breastplate for your breasts.
It's a chest piece that's required for Valkyrie.
Where do you think breasts are located?
The buttocks.
You know, I'm an expert on this subject.
I am far more of an expert on this subject.
Are you, though?
Yes.
There we go. Finally get an Amazon.
I get paid to be an expert on this subject.
I have touched boobs all my life. I have great boobs. They are attached to my chest. Unlike some people who apparently have it attached to their buttocks.
I'll be the first to let you know when a customer with boobs attached to their butt walks in our door.
I can't wait. to
Be
hear
a
the
novel
story.
experience.
Oh, wait.
Rather do this in hopes to get another Amazon. Tim.
All right. Now end them. Yes. Yes. Violence. My commentary is probably way fucking off sync because you're on the late mode. Make me sad.
Which mode is he in?
The not the latency mode. High latency mode, but I guess it's not high latency. because
Standard
it's not
definition.
delayed enough.
I can actually see how far off it is. Right now, you're still looking at the tactics overlay while I'm in the middle of a fight.
Not too bad. Could be far worse.
You just saw something get liberated that's been a little bit away from now. Eventually, you're gonna hit the fight I'm talking about. There it is.
Foot fight. I'm just watching some ninja shit out of each other. Having fun over there? Mm-hmm. Just eating donuts?
No.
No? Not eating donuts at 12:30 a.m.?
Rip.
He gave me such a look.
Collars don't count after midnight.
That's true.
It's true.
I wish.
we're eventually getting to the point where I'll have enough generic units that I don't need to have generic unit comps and can actually focus on leveling units. I hate the earlier period where you have to have all these generic units, though, because you can't really play with the classes as much until you get past this point. So far, I think Thom has generally been our MVP.
Little Thom. What a god.
Well,
What happened to me?
you've been doing
That was
solid.
good.
You've been doing solidly, and you're currently our best production source of Amazons. But Thom has a dragon named Kachan.
Kachan.
Cha.
Kachan.
Ka-cha.
And now Thom also has Archer. Actually, I'll probably add the Archer that I just created in your unit over to Thom as well and just finish out his unit.
Really?
As expected, Zach has been triggered.
No, we killed the boss right as the event timer ran out, so the event counted as completed instead of letting us advance to the next stage.
How eventful.
You have a pure noble heart, she says, as you kick her ass like a monster.
Yeah, we need to do... So one of these two is technically optional, but we need to do the mission in the Northwest escorting Prince Yumel. Because otherwise that one will disappear later. But for right now, it's a great source of materials and XP and everything. And our money economy is only going to get worse as we actually start changing units to different classes.
Rip.
Alright, probably do a bit of organization on the organized screen.
Be right back.
Yeah, I'll make one of these ninja just for different stat growth. Yeah, Not enough progress at all on that character. Or these guys really haven't fought anything yet. I don't see any reason to change the wizards. Or
Wizards.
actually, unit commands change leader. Can I change? No, ninjas are still considered lower tier, so I can't make him leader. Okay, I have an idea. Let's change class of the ninja guy
Bye, warrior.
to
Have a good night.
night.
Good night.
Yeah, we gotta get going to bed.
Yeah, I'll be cutting the stream here in a sec. Just finishing management options. So I really want to see if I can make... No, I still can't make Tim into an archer. So there's no reason to pull him off of Fencer. Because technically he doesn't even have the stats for Fencer, but Fencer has a better stat growth than if I dropped him down to Ninja.
Grenin.
But I will make Guts as a wizard temporarily the leader, just because I can have him be sitting in the back line, and that way I don't have to have
Much
a lead.
easier.
Well, if that way I don't have to worry about losing control of the unit temporarily to swap leadership.
Ah.
Because when they're on the front, when a leader's on the front line, they have a much higher likelihood of dying. Because they're gonna have priority target by melee attacks. Preferably, you'd want your mage, wizard, whatever, in the middle. If you wanted to just prevent them from dying over anything else, because then you could be, one, defended from all directions, and two, have the least targeting priority. Because range units want to prioritize hitting the back line of the other force, and melee units want to prioritize hitting the front line of the...
Yeah.
So, sitting in the middle, you're the highest defense value, basically, but you're also the least capable for offense, is the trade-off. But having a wizard in the back temporarily until we can make Tim back in control of that unit is just going to be the best choice. Actually, is there anyone we forgot to name? Vital importance.
Vital important. Who are we going to name? Name somebody nameless king.
This entire unit's unnamed because we just got them.
What type of unit?
It's the Valkyrie unit.
Name it Thor Ragnarok.
But we got 2 Amazons and 2 Valkyries.
But did you get any Amazon Prime?
Mhm.
Should look into seeing if you can get Amazon Prime instead. It's better.
Well, then they'd have Twitch Prime and they could subscribe to it. Just kidding.
Yeah, they could subscribe to you for free. Look at that.
But alright, so first, what are we naming this first Amazonian.
Give me a sec.
Name the
Okay.
first Amazonian Jeff Bezos.
How do I spell that?
I don't know. Look it up. He's a famous guy.
EZOS.
Or Booker will just know it offhand. Work the shaft, Booker.
The shaft adds minimal final. It doesn't add much to final.
Now our second Amazon here. Do we have a quality name?
Athena.
Celia's
Oh.
looking one up. She's probably using a name generator as we speak.
Celia, that doesn't sound like a quality name.
That's what
like
she's doing.
Like Jeff Bezos.
Top tier Amazon.
Amazon names.
Diana.
Besides that,
Got it. I know what this Amazon should be named.
Could name it after Robert's arc character, Persephone.
Funderpacies.
Phanerpaces. What?
Isn't that it?
Oh, that's a good name. Yeah.
it's something.
There. How do you think of that name? Quality there. Whenever the stream
How
catches
do
up.
I think of it? Typically with my brain. Pac
Son.
Man. Paxson. Pac-Man Jr. Waka Waka bitches. Sure, it'll be fine.
And then we got 2 Valkyries.
Two Valkyries. I don't know what the fuck to name these.
Well,
They're
we got
so
well,
weird.
Well, we
It's
already
a
have
flying
one.
bird person.
You est.
Well, we already got one.
Are there
here.
any dragon people later?
I think so. I'm trying to remember character classes. It's been a while since I actually looked at the later game stuff you run into. I don't think there's enough space to name the character Ronald Weasley.
R.
You have enough space to name the character Ronald McDonald.
Got it. I have.
Old Vic Ronald.
I can name it. Definitely McDonald's.
MacDonald. That's just how you spell it.
Rubs.
Ah. I'm sad now. You'll see why in a sec.
You can't name it Ruby Tuesday. It's not enough characters. It's good enough, honestly. Ruby Tuesday. No one can stop me and my growing army of car mascots.
Oh yeah, I have a
Car insurance.
What is that from?
It's from Darkmane's Soul Calibur video.
Alright, I think that's naming. So we got
There you go, Booker.
I found the solution for Ruby Tuesdays though, you'll see in just a sec. Just name the character Fridays.
Perfect.
Do I want to run any training? I have the money to. Nah. I think I'll just go back over here. And call it quits for the night on the stream.
Oh,
Have a good night, stream.
sleep well. Are you still gonna be on, Jacob, or are you going to bed too?
No, I need to probably also go to bed too, so I'm not dead on arrival at
Gotcha.
work.
Okay. Well, sleep well.
But I'll stream more of this at some point. And then, of course, this will all be uploaded to YouTube shortly. And end.